If it's someone that I know, I may start with a few things that are true, and I want their unconscious part of their brain to kind of say, yes, I agree, I agree, I agree. So I might start our conversation with, Ken, you've been working here for 18 months. You've really hit the ground running. I know everybody on your team likes you. So I'm saying things that you're going to agree with. I know everybody on your team likes you, but I would imagine that there are some challenging things going on where you're working right now. So instead of me asking, I'm just saying, I would imagine this is happening. Or I might even start softer and I say, but I imagine it's not the easiest job in the world. And they'll say, oh, yeah. Well, I mean, there's some drawbacks. And then right when they respond, it might be a small response. And I was like, drawbacks are always part of business, but sometimes they can be bigger than others. And then I'll get another response. And I'll say, what? If it's something big, I might say, what? There's no way. I've never heard of that happening here. I would never imagine Lisa would do anything like that. And you say, oh, yeah, it's even worse than you thought. And I'll get more information from that.
And if I'm learning here, this technique is allowing them to take ownership because they feel like you actually want to know, that you've invited them in with that state, even though it wasn't a question, that statement of I imagine. It feels, even though it was role play, I felt like you were inviting me in, and because you're going, I imagine, but that's not a certainty statement by a leader. I think certainty just kind of shuts people down.
I think that's absolutely true. And certainty is very easy to disagree with. You can't disagree with what I imagine. As a leader, when you have composure and then you use some of these provocative statements, it is a wildly different environment than if I have an employee come in and I'm like, yeah, come in, sit down. As a corollary to that, that's why we're using those statements of I imagine, or I would guess, or I think anybody in X position would probably go through X, Y, and Z. So I'm using those almost presumptive statements or just imagination statements like that.